I just realized the ever-burning flame accompanying Tita's next story is probably agate, so that would make sense then. So today we're going to be doing Anelace's quick one. See how long that takes. Star number 5. This is Anelace, I confirmed, since I can open the door with her. And then if we have time after that, we will do Shara's long story. And then probably when we get Estelle, I will do this one here with Josh, and then her standalone one for fishing over here. Sounds like a plan. So basically 2 more stories right now, and then after that we will get agate, and then we'll do the agate story with Tita, and then main story. Eventually we'll get Estelle, then we do 2 more main stories with Estelle, or 2 door stories with Estelle, and that's that. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to like map it out in my mind because these actually take quite long, so I want to segment them in one proper video instead of splitting it up ideally. But for now, let's enjoy this Anelace story. Is she gonna be shopping in Bose? I hope other games have this too, because it's nice. It's just like slice of life episodes in the past. Interesting. Wow, that's a surprise. Anelace. Oh, it's Lugrin. Oh, Lugrin. Is something the matter? It's not like you to walk right up to the 2nd floor without even looking at the board and sit quietly like this. You're not feeling sick from eating too much ice cream or something, are you? Don't be silly, I'm not a kid anymore, you know? Could have fooled me. I swear that you were the one who ate 3 full scoops first thing one morning and later had to get some stomach medicine from Spence. Well, maybe my memory's playing tricks on me. Let's all pretend that never happened, okay? Besides, that was back when I was a junior bracer. That was forever ago. I learned my lesson after that, I swear. Now I never have more than 1 scoop each morning. Anelace, I fear for your future. You're not supposed to have ice cream in the morning at all, you know? Well, no matter. So what have you been doing up here all this time anyway? Right. Well, you say I got a letter from the pappy who lives a long way this morning. What, really now? He's a swordsman if I recall, isn't he? Yep, he's an instructor. He's really famous among sword practitioners, actually. Yun Cafe of the 8 Leaves One Blade School. Ah, yeah, that's the one. I was familiar with the name even before meeting you. I was quite surprised to find out you were his granddaughter. Didn't he used to live here in Liberl? I'm surprised you know about that. Can't say I have memories of when he was here, though. It was around when I was born, so how could I? That long ago, I see. So, how's he doing? Well, judging by his letter, yeah, he's doing fine. I haven't had the chance to meet him in person for about a year now. Last time we had the chance to spar, I felt like he was totally babying me, even though he's like 70. He really must be skilled to be treating an active bracer that way. What's with the sudden serious face? Oh, it's nothing all that major, but I've been wondering about something for a while. Why do you stay here when you could join him? Sorry, I'm lost. Well, it's just that you're aiming to improve your swordsmanship, aren't you? Feels like if you have a grandfather like that, the fastest way to do that would be to go with him and polish your skills. That's, well, I suppose it's not my place to be telling you what may or may not be the best for you. Sorry, Anelace, you needn't pay any attention to an old man like me. That's not true at all. I really appreciate your advice, so please don't think it's not your place to give in. I can definitely see where you're coming from on this. I do have my reasons for being here and all. They're just a little difficult to explain. Oh. I do want to learn more about swordsmanship and swords in general. So in that sense, you're right that continuing to train under Pappy would be both the best and fastest course of action. But that's not all I want to do with my life. I want at least as much, if not more, to know more about what it means to be a bracer. I guess it's a case of wanting to learn more about swordsmanship as a bracer rather than as a swordsman. That makes sense. Yeah, like learning about different styles. Am I even doing a good job of explaining this? I think I see where you're coming from now, actually. Besides, he once told me that he taught me all of the technical side of swordsmanship forms, crafts, and all that kind of stuff already. Whether I can master them or not is all down to me. So in that sense, I feel like there's no specific need for me to train under him nowadays. Of course, whether I'm really advancing in my swordsmanship now is another issue entirely. I wish I could say for sure I was, but... I see. What's with the silent treatment all of a sudden? Oh, it's nothing. You're just not really one of those kinds of serious discussions. You're not really one of those kinds of serious discussions, so I was impressed to see that you were even capable of them. Hey, I am so capable. Besides, you were the one who kind of pushed me to talking about all this stuff first. I'm glad that I did. Anyways, getting back to the point. What did the letter even say anyway? Oh right. Well, as surprising as it is, it says that I should go see Cassius Bright. Cassius? The one and only? Yep, that's right. Supposedly he was invited by the Royal Army to be a guest instructor at some point a long time ago. That's when he trained Cassius too. What? Damn. So Anelace's grandfather trained Cassius. So ever since then, he's had this kind of student-master relation with one another. He even went out of his way to go and see him 10 years ago when he decided to stop using a sword. 10 years ago. That would put that around when he left the army and became a bracer then. What exactly prompted him to tell you to go visit Cassius now, though? Well, I guess he only just recently found out that Cassius had returned to the army. So now he's wondering whether he might take this opportunity to take up the sword again. Probably not, though, right? It's symbolism because he lost his wife. Gotcha. He wants you to go and ask him. Well, and let him know what he says, yeah. I see. People really do end up connected in the strangest places and the funniest ways. Tell me about it. Anyways, that being said, kinda have a favor to ask. You want time off, I assume? Well, who am I to say no? You got good cause to have it. I can even get in touch with the army and set up a meeting with Cassius if you want. Really? Really. Go ahead and get the truth your grandfather wants from him. But in return, I want you to no more morning ice cream. I want you to take care of every single one of those monster extermination requests on the board first. Every single one? Aren't there like 5 of them right now? Sure. But the monsters in this area will be no trouble at all for you as you are now. It'd be less of a problem if Grant were around, but I had to lend him to the guild over in Ruan, and he's still not back. You're gonna have to pick up all the slack here in his place, especially if you want time off. Okay. Three days later. Lyston Fortress. Finally here. Right on time too. Okay, let's go bug Cassius. Is she gonna meet Sid? Can I help you? I'm Anelace Elfeed, a bracer with the guild. I've come to meet with Brigadier General Bright. I see. I believe we've been expecting you. I'll pass on that you've arrived then. You might have to wait a little while before you can meet with the general though, I'm afraid. Oh, but I'm right on time. Did something throw his schedule off? Something must have. I can't pretend to know much more than you do. But the general is a very busy man, so it's not at all unusual for things like this to happen. Anyways, like I said, I'll pass on that you've arrived, but I'm gonna have to ask you to wait out here for a while. Sure, no problem. The waiting game. This is taking ages. I hope the meeting isn't going to end up getting cancelled or something. I really don't want to have to come all this way for nothing. I suppose if I can't meet with Cassius, I could at least go shopping in Gransel. They should probably be getting the new lineup of stuffed toys around now. I wonder which ones I should get. Maybe the bear or a crocodile once in a while would be nice. A crocodile. Excuse me, young lady, the general can meet with you now. Really? Is that him? The one and only Cassius? What? That does not look like... Oh, that's a corporal. Good day, sir. Thank you. And you must be Anelace, I assume. Yes, I am. Welcome to Lyston Fortress. The general is waiting. Please follow me. Oh, thank goodness. I seriously thought I was going to have to go home without getting to see him. I'm terribly sorry for the wait. Please follow me. You got it, sir. Sir. So does this mean that Anelace's grandfather is stronger than Cassius? I brought your visitor, sir. Very good. You may return to your duties. Thank you, sir. I'm really sorry about the delay there, Anelace. Oh, don't be. I'm more thankful you took the time out of your busy schedule to speak with me at all. This is the least I could do for someone from my old line of work. It's been a while since we last met though, hasn't it? You've become a seasoned veteran before I knew it. Well, I certainly like to think I have. I can't have Estelle soar ahead of me while she's abroad, can I? This is just what rivals do. So they do. I'll be looking forward to seeing just how much stronger the two of you can become. You won't be disappointed. Getting to the point, I was pleased to hear that old master Ka-Fi is still in good health. I believe it was because of him that you came here today. Yeah, that's right. I didn't realize you were an acquaintance of his before that. I certainly am. In short, he's the man who taught me the way of the sword. That was over 20 years ago. By that point, the first time we met was when I was back in the military academy, so I studied it under him. I still remember the harsh training sessions he gave here at Leiston, like they were yesterday. Really? Is there any special reason you didn't say you knew him before? You knew I was his granddaughter, didn't you? I did. By the time I first met you, I had long given up the path of the sword. It didn't feel appropriate in my eyes to act as if I was his student in light of that. Ah, gotcha. I haven't seen him in about 10 years, I think. He does write to me on occasion, but how is he these days? Does he still have the same old vim and vigor? Doesn't really act his age at all. Still, if you let me get to the point, the reason I came here is to continue the discussion he had with you 10 years ago. Oh. To tell you the truth, he still laments the fact that you left the path of the sword. That was why he wrote to me when he heard you returned to the army. He's wondering whether you returned to the military may mean you were also ready to pick up the sword again. So, this is it. He'd like to know directly from you how you felt. I see. Well, it's a great honor that after so many years he still cares so much about an inexperienced and utterly lacking swordsman like me. And yet, I'm afraid my answer is that I still have no intention of taking up the blade. Can I ask why? Well, you certainly can, but I'm not sure how to put my answer. This has always been on my mind too. I've always wondered what would prompt someone so skilled with a sword that they even gained the Divine Blade title to leave it all behind. And I don't mean to make light of your skills with your staff or say it's inferior. Nothing like that. It's just hard to wrap my head around why you did what you did. And there's a little part of me that can accept it either. Especially now that you returned to the army. Why can't you return to being a swordsman? Unless you believe that the staff is stronger than the sword after all. No, not at all. I just believe a staff to be a more fitting weapon for me as I am now. Staffs are a symbol of protection, which are used for keeping enemies at bay, then cleaving through them. You say that as if swords are good for cutting and killing. That's not true. I fight because I want to protect things just like you do. As a swordsman and as a bracer and myself. Are you telling me swordsmanship that he taught isn't going to let me do that? Sorry, I didn't ask for you to take time out of your day so I could come and shout at you. But I can't accept what you're saying. Up until all of what happened here in Liberl, I never felt any doubts that swordsmanship was the right path for me. In the end, all of what happened just served to remind me of how powerless I really am. And now I feel like no matter how hard I try, I'll always be a rookie. I'll never be strong enough to do what I want to. Now I see. Perhaps this is fate. I see Master Ka-Fi hasn't changed one bit. He's the same firecracker he always was. What do you mean? I'm afraid as I am now, I'm not able to answer the questions you're asking me. But I know someone else who can. Sid? Or Morgan, maybe? Julia? What's he planning to do out here? Richard? I really want to know who he called to. There you are. Are you all ready to begin? Indeed I am. I never expected to have to wear this uniform again though. Especially not so soon. I'd almost think you enjoyed messing with people. I'm not doing it to bully you. You know as well as I do, your usual work clothes aren't well suited for this kind of thing. It's Richard. You're Colonel Richard. Oh my god, it's him. I realize this may sound a little silly coming from a man wearing this uniform, but I'm no longer a colonel, young lady. Sorry. So, Mr. Richard then, or Alan, you can call me whatever you wish. Though no need for the mister. I believe you are Anelace, a senior bracer with the guild. You know me? I'm not a former commander of the intelligence division for nothing. I know all about the bracers, all about all the bracers in this country. I see. But how did you end up being here? Actually, Richard was who I was meeting with just before I spoke with you. Really? In short, I've decided to start up a new research company as a civilian. So, while I may not be a part of the army anymore, I can definitely see myself continuing to need to work with it in the future. So I decided to come here in order to discuss the matter with Cassius in hopes of maintaining a good relation between us in the future. Oh, damn. So Richard is retiring to be a researcher. What? was he going to be researching? Oh, I get it now. Captain Amalthea and him are going to be making bombs. Wait, is the person you mentioned earlier? That's right. I want the two of you to fight one another. Eh? Wait a second, this is all a bit sudden, isn't it? Especially if I'm going to be fighting the famous Richard. Is that so? You don't want to know the answer to the question you asked me earlier then? I believe any doubts you have towards swordsmanship can only be dispelled through using it. Focus not on whether you win or lose, but on pouring all you have into the battle. And you should find the answers you seek. Alright then. I'm not sure I'll make much of an opponent, but I'll do what I can. It's not every day one has the chance to test their skills against a relative of the Eight Leaf School founder. I'm eager to see what you can do. Begin. Right, because Richard was... he's a student of Cassius. Oh nice, I already have my ultimate. Do it. Kill him. Bam. Oh, I haven't seen his ult before, right? It's like the one-shot kill. EI slash with blood. It's pretty brutal, honestly. I remember that one-shotting me in the base game, or in the first game. Okay. She hasn't lost me. This is an insta-win ability. Do it. Who needs Way of the Sword? Way of the Ordnance. Okay. Actually, that's not that really good damage as I thought it'd do. That's fine, though. Keep walking him up. Damn. Richard is just Virgil. Just hit you with the hit. Fallen leaves? Sure. Nice. I've delayed his turn too, so I can hit him again. Do that. Alright, now we do 8-leaf blitz. Nice. No miss. Okay, he should be dead this turn now. Next turn. 29 only? Okay. Do it. Easy win. Holy crap, I did it. Well, looks like my skills still have a lot of room for improvement. Alright, the victor is decided. Sheath your blades. So, Anelace, how did his swordsmanship appear to you? Well, he fights using the 8-leaf school's 5th form, Morning Moon. He's made a few changes to the standard form, but it's largely a style based around sword-drawn techniques. Yeah, Richard's got a badass fighting style. Well, okay, I noticed a bit more than just technical details like that. What did you notice? One thing I realized while fighting him, Richard swings his sword as if perfectly synchronized to my breathing. The second I go on the offensive, he reacts without fail. In that sense, I feel like his swordsmanship is much more defensive than offensive, I suppose. That stance matches perfectly with the form he uses in combat, and the result is very natural. Very powerful swordsmanship. Uh-huh. What I can't work out is why you're so focused on fighting defensively to begin with. I mean, I assume it's because you want to protect something, but what? She figure it out. Anelace. Yeah? I wield a sword for but one single reason. That reason is to protect this country. Everyone has at least something that they wish to protect in this world. Perhaps that is a person, such as their family or loved ones. Perhaps it is a belief or ideology that they hold dear. And just as the things we seek to protect are different, so too are the ways we choose to do it. In my case, the way I chose to protect my phone's fucking ringing. The way I chose to protect I care about just happens to perfectly suit the defensive swordsmanship you noticed. Although I can only imagine how comical it must sound to hear a criminal who threatened this nation talk about wanting to protect it. Well, not really. Richard, you... Please don't say anything, General. Her Majesty may have chosen to pardon me for what I did, but that doesn't make these crimes simply disappear. Still, just as you desire to protect Liberl remained even after leaving the army, I can't completely turn my back on mine. It was so that I could do so that I resolved to leave the army even. It was? You see, Anelace, to me, one's position in life is just a means to an end, a way in which to achieve whatever you wish to do. I think that's true for one's choice of weapon as well, wouldn't you agree? Well, what's important isn't what weapon you choose, but what you use it to do. What inspires you to take it up and use it to fight? The reason I chose to put my sword aside and take up a staff is those feelings have changed, that is all. So, Anelace, any more thoughts? I should just use my sword in a way that best fits me to do what I want. That's what you're trying to say, right? Sure is. You beat me to it. You're Master Kafai's granddaughter, alright. Very quick to catch on things. I'm just as quick as forgetting things too, though. But I finally get what you're coming from. Really? I'm happy to hear that then. I ask you to pass my answer on to Master Kafai then. Consider it done. I'm sure he'll understand. Then again, would you be opposed, Richard? Not at all. I've already inherited the way of the sword itself from you. It's only right that someone else should inherit that. What are you talking about? Well, that's settled. Would you accept this, Anelace? Oh, is he giving her his sword? Oh my god, he gave Anelace his sword. Jinu. What's this? It's a blade I once used myself. I think it would be much happier in the hands of an active practitioner of swordsmanship than in my own at this point. But wait a second, I couldn't possibly accept this. Surely if anyone should be taking this off of you, it should be Richard. No, it should be Estelle. Estelle 8 sword. Batosai Estelle, oh my god. I would lose my shit. Estelle might be like my favorite character than if she used a freaking katana. Perhaps on the surface, but how things are on the surface is not what is always most important. I thought you had just learned that fact. I'm not sure the lessons I learned earlier have anything to do with this. There's no need to think so seriously about this, Anelace. All you need to do is take up the blade and use it to do what you want to do. Is the way to choose to do it. That's all anyone expects of you. To do what I want to do, in a way that I choose to do it. Well, if you insist, I'd be happy to accept it. I feel I've learned a lot today from having the opportunity to face off against you. I do hope I'll have the chance again one day. So do I. You'll both have to make sure you don't neglect your training then. Of course, I wouldn't dream of giving it any less than 100%. That's sweet. Do I get the sword in real time? I'm just wondering. Really, sounds like that was quite the fruitful experience. It sure was. I'm guessing this was Pappy's plan all along. He knew exactly what would happen if I went to ask Cassius what I did, and that's why he asked. Must have sounded a little unsure of myself in the last letter I wrote him. I see. Like master, like pupil. Incidentally, while I hate to spring this on you, before you've even got a chance to settle back in, a lot of work's built up while you were away. There's even a request from the mayor too, so I really need you to get right on it. If anything, you should be grateful. All this work will give you a chance to refine your skills with that new mindset of yours, won't it? That's one way of looking at it, sure. Just think of all the bonus pay, Anelace. Well, I bet you knew all along. It looks like Cassius has no intention of taking up the way of the sword again. Thanks to seeing him, I ended up being given a chance to re-examine my own swordsmanship. Up until now, I thought it was all about getting stronger or faster. things like that. But now, I finally realized that's what's far more important than either of those things is why you take up the sword in the first place. Your feelings. I feel like now I finally understand why I was never able to defeat you, no matter how many times we fought. I might not be the best student in the world, but I'll keep giving my training all I've got. Love, Anelace. That's sweet. And finally I got some Anelace lore, oh my gosh. Nice, and I got her sword too. I was always curious about her fighting style because it was like so unique with all the jumps and spins. So it's nice. What the fuck? Why is Kevin looking like a Rocco ass? Yeah, that was a glitch, okay. I was like, why is Rocco on? Why is Rocco appearing all of a sudden? Oh my god, look at this! Strength 1000, ATS, ADF, Dex, Agility, and Speed. An old blade for training that once belonged to Cassius. Holy shit. All of a sudden, Anelace just became the best character in the game. But she will never become best girl. She's close though. Maybe like just below Shara. Because Shara is a very strong character. Okay. Well then, that takes care of all the sun doors at the moment. Yeah, no more sun doors. We're done with all the star doors. So now let's go and grab Shara and then head to moon number 2. Yes. Moon number 2. Moon number 2.
This ought to perk you up.
Who was the last party member I had too? I think it was Anelace and Shara, right? Yeah.
Roger.
Yep. Alright, cool. Moon number 2. There's only one more moon door. Oh my god, there's so many more star doors though. And there's 2 more sun doors. Okay. Moon number 2. Dancer with silver locks. Alright. Grab your popcorn, grab your water. This is gonna be a long one for my lungs. Alright. What's this gonna be? Year 1202 of the Septian calendar. Back and rolling. Charizard. Oh. Olivier's here. Hmm? Huh? Where am I? You feeling alright? Sure you haven't had too much to drink? Boy, that dream really brought back memories. Hard to believe I was once that young. I see you've gotten yourself nice and plastered. Might want to watch what you're saying though. You're still young. No one will believe it if you start talking like that. She's right. Shara. Oh my god. Wow, I thought you'd be out for a while longer, Olivier. Let me pour you another glass then. Please, mercy. You could be such a monster. Faulkner, bring Olivier another bottle over. Unintelligible gibberish. Looks like Faulkner's gone and left early again. Fine, guess I'll have to go get the bottle myself. Well, if I'm getting out of my seat, I'm getting the strongest thing in the house. I spy some brandy. Can you do that? Just walk to the back and grab yourself a bottle? Shara, he's literally only just gotten up. At least start him off with some fruit wine before you start bringing out the big guns. You can have both. Problem solved. Spare me, I'll die. By the way, Aina. It's funny, once you discover Olivier's true identity, it's like just, he's getting wasted in a bar in Liberl with 2 ladies. You remember when we first met? How much did you down again? Down? Down what? Booze. We're talking booze, baby. Shara began pouring alcohol onto Olivier's head. That should go in his mouth, Shara. Yeah, you should what? Oh, silly me. Oh god, is she gonna force feed him? That would kill him. And so Olivier tested his BAC levels 2 days later and found out that he only had 1 week to live.